Hi, good evening, everyone. The time is 7 p.m. This is Monday, February 3rd, 2020. This is the Town of Halifax Finance Committee meeting. We're being recorded by Area 58. On tonight's agenda, budgets, 7:15, Council on Aging budget, accountant's budget, selectmen's budget, executive session, waterman grievance, acceptance of minutes, correspondence, public participation calendar, and as may arise. In terms of budgets, just really quickly, does everyone want to just give me or give all of us a status update on their liaison appointments?
I've spoken to all but 3 of mine.
Okay.
I don't feel, other than maybe the accountant or the town administrator might want to chat with us, but I feel the rest of them are pretty level funded.
Okay.
I did say that if worse comes to worse, when school figures come in, we may have to, bring them in and have to
Right.
question them about some of the expenditures, but
Okay.
other than that, I don't see any reason to.
Okay, awesome. So because we don't have the town accountant or the town administrator here tonight due to illness, we have accountant's budget and selectmen's budget on the agenda. Would you be okay if we tabled those until the next meeting? And
I would, yes.
Okay. I got a couple of budgets that just came in. I still have to reach out to fireworks, youth and rec, housing authority, and well, I've reached out to everybody, but I just still have to make appointments with those folks, and then Will over in the veterans office. But everyone else I've met with and started winding up, thanks to Linda.
Yeah, and I haven't met with any of my departments yet. I'll be setting those up here probably hopefully this week, maybe even next week, so I'll probably 2 couple weeks out.
Awesome.
And I've got the schools and disasters.
Well, it's good, I think, is that the ones we can bring in that we need to talk to early, we've been able to get in pretty early. So that'll leave the balance of, I think, February for Bill's folks, if that works out time-wise for you.
For capital planning.
Yeah. And then we'll still have March for schools and sort of if we need to bring folks back in.
Do we have another meeting with Kingston and Plimpton on that?
Yes, Linda was kind enough to send an email to them. Where is it?
They, right now, are, definitely Kingston has confirmed that they can be here on the 24th
Of February.
of February.
Mhm.
I don't believe Plimpton answered back, but I'll send them out in a follow-up email.
Okay, great. Thank you, so that'll be February 24th.
As far as capital planning, I don't know.
She was shooting for 24
Yeah,
as well.
that's, Sandy asked if I could pencil it into the 24th.
Okay, so then, I know we're a little out of order looking at calendar stuff, but, I'm thinking maybe if we did that, if the other committees come in on February 24th and we'll also have capital planning, maybe have the other committees come in at like 7:45, tell them, do the first like 45 minutes for capital planning. Would that be enough though, or you want like an hour?
45 minutes should be enough.
Okay.
Most of it's kind of like we're used to seeing,
Yeah.
just kind of refreshes. The highway one, if that doesn't change, that's what most of the discussion takes place.
Okay, we could be safe and say 8 p.m. too, and just, we can always get other stuff done in
You
the
can always
middle.
pull it out for you too.
Yeah. That way I think we can do capital, we can do that on the same night.
So do schedule capital first, then at 7:45, and then the tri-town, so let them know not to like 7:45 here.
I'll do the tri-town
Of
first,
course.
because you can always pull us in, because we're already gonna be here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. As long as you don't mind waiting to, oh, right. It's
We're already gonna be in the room.
Yeah, okay, that's right, yeah. I'm thinking of the whole capital planning committee, but
It's usually just me and
you would say it'd be right, yeah. Yeah, because you're a liaison. Okay, perfect. So I'll entertain a motion to table the following items on the agenda just because we don't have the necessary personnel present. Accountant's budget, selectmen's budget, executive session, and waterman grievance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, so Linda, if you wouldn't mind moving those to the next agenda for us, please.
Sure.
Thank you, so we're gonna table all of that. What we can do is in in the 10 minutes before, so we can just get some housekeeping taken care of. So we have the acceptance of minutes. These are the meeting minutes from Monday, January 27th, 2020. Thank you for typing these up for us, Linda. I didn't see any thing that had to be changed. So I would entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes from Monday, January 27th, 2020.
Motion to accept meeting minutes, January 2020.
Motion. Drew, would you like, you don't have to, but if you'd like, you can second the motion because the three of us were the only ones present.
Second.
Okay, so motion second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Any abstentions? You my copy, Fred? Thank you.
Melinda, you need to accept the ones from the meeting before too, because you couldn't.
Right,
accept them
right,
last
sorry, I
time.
didn't bring my packet with me.
That's in there.
Thank you, alright, awesome, thanks. So we'll also, look at the meeting minutes for Monday, January 13th, 2020. Okay, that's
Make a motion to recommend.
I'll second.
moved and seconded, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Alright, thank you. Thank you. Looks like we have some things from the youth and rec. This is my budget.
Well, so Sandy wanted me to just pass that along to all of you.
Okay.
She has spoken to Dick Steele, he did come in
Yeah.
to work with her, they haven't gotten the official budget put together yet.
Right.
But she wanted to just give you an idea of what was going on. She said those are just her notes with some notes of her own on them.
Okay.
And just give you a heads up that she's working with him on it.
Okay. Yeah, he's one of my departments, and I was waiting for. I know he was working with her on it, so that's why he's been sort of toward the end of my list. So I'll make sure to reach out to him, and we can fill that in on the next one.
Yeah.
All right, we can quickly do calendar as well. So I believe that we are booked for every Monday night for February minus President's Day,
Mhm.
and then every Monday night in March.
What's President Day?
President's Day is the 17th? Yeah, President's Day is the 17th.
17.
So we won't, so we're gonna meet the 10th and the 24th of this month. And then in March, the 2nd. We can meet the 9th, but I know I won't be here, so if we all have quorum, you're welcome to still meet. The 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th, and what we can do, if you're okay with this, is just block all of those out, put in a generic, like the generic agenda of like budget or whatever. And then if we really don't have anything, like if we get to like Friday or Saturday, we really don't have anything, we can cancel that meeting and just wait for the final one, but at least we have them all on the books. And then hopefully we won't have to expand into multiple nights a week. But if that should come to pass, it would likely be towards the end of March, because the warrant has to be into the printer the first week of April. The other thing that's gonna come up, and I can give you a sense of when, is wage and personnel will have to make recommendations to you, or will present all of its recommendations on all of the proposals it's received. And it looks like I can give you an idea of when that would come in, just based on the wage and personnel meetings. Alright, it looks like the last one. Sorry. Looks like final recommendations will come in on the 23rd, so I would say probably Monday, March 23rd will be wage and personnel recommendations to FinCom. And that will be a significant amount of time on the agenda, so we might not want to put anybody else on that night. For wage and personnel will meet for an hour before FinCom then. And that's all I have so far for that. We will have all the postings up for the wage and personnel meetings. Those aren't, I think, gonna start for another couple weeks, but obviously anyone's welcome to attend those as well. Okay. Anything else that I missed for calendar? I know it's still a couple minutes early, but if you want to chat, we can get you out of here a little faster. I don't know if everyone has met everyone else, so why don't we just go around and introduce ourselves?
Hi, my name's Drew.
Hi, Sue.
I'm Cheryl.
Hi.
Melinda.
Yeah.
Frederick?
And Bill.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, thanks for coming in, Sue. So, I know we already chatted, we had our liaison meeting about your budget, but this is just gonna be the meeting for the full committee. We have one copy here of the budget, which we can kind of share and pass around. We won't really touch anything when it comes to wages or wage lines, just
Right.
because of wage and personnel. But if anyone has questions, I'll just go by each line, we'll look at the sheet together. If anyone has a question, feel free to tag in.
I
You
do
have
have
questions for
to
us?
tell you, I have to tell you something. So, I received a phone call on Friday. Our newsletter that goes out to all the seniors I was told that it was like, it's self-funded. So basically they would get sponsors for the newsletter,
Right.
but they printed it all for, there was at no cost to us. They called me on Friday and told me that, someone else took over the account and they looked back and that it's been running at a deficit for 10 years and that they can no longer do it for us. So I just found that out, like I said, Friday afternoon. So I started today to try to get numbers together because obviously that's something we've never had to pay for before.
Right.
So I'm trying to see what it would cost us to do it internally. I called Harding Print to see if he could get me a price on it. And the company that is currently doing it said they could send me over a price too to see.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Oh, that's
Not
tough
good.
to have to
Yeah.
deal with now.
Yeah.
So if that would likely be in your line 117, your COA expense line. Probably if that would end up anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can always come back if and when you have some numbers and that's going to change this. Obviously you're going to chat with Sandy about it, but don't hesitate to reach out to us and we'll get the updated figures too. But if you want to come in and chat with us, like if you have multiple options or you just want to like have a sounding board for
Okay.
next steps, feel free to do that with us. So we won't do anything on line 116 because that's wages, and like we said, wage and personnel still going through that. Line 117, sorry, is the council on aging expense line. It's level funded over the last fiscal year. Folks can take a look. And Sue, anything you want to tell us or point out to the committee or ask us about on that line?
So I just, I did kind of move it around, I just started, so it's hard for me to really say how much, was spent on each thing, but, we had an unexpected too. They had just gotten a kiosk at the senior center, but no one ever, allotted for the maintenance fee, which is $1,200 a year too. So, Caesar is, I believe, gonna put that in the IT budget, but it isn't as of right now.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of moved around the office supplies a little bit for this year to try to pay for that.
Okay.
What's the kiosk?
It's so when the seniors come in, they sign in there, and it's for statistics to see what the usage is at the center, and the Generations paid for it back in the spring. So I think there was no fee for it for this year, and then it starts up in March.
Is it like an electronic thing or something?
Yeah, it tracks everything. It tracks volunteer hours. It tracks their drivers' rides, any of the activities that they attend. So, and that I use to do the formula grant that funds most of the programming.
Any questions on expense line?
So we wanna move that to Caesar's budget now, I mean, why wait till next year?
Well, so do you know when we're gonna get hit with the bill? Like you said, this first
I
year we
believe
get
it's in
charged.
March, at some point in March, but I'm not sure.
March of this year.
I think, yeah,
Okay.
like next month.
Okay.
I think,
Okay. So
yeah.
if the bill comes in this year, it's either gonna, well, we might have to have a conversation if you can't cover it in your expense
Yeah.
line or you can't move stuff around.
I did put a call into the state to see if I could pay for some of it out of the state grant.
Okay.
I don't believe you're supposed to pay for maintenance things, but I mean, if I explain what happened, I don't know that they won't let me at least do some of it out of that.
Okay. And then I think if the COA really can't absorb that cost, and then we'll probably have to chat with Charlie and Sandy about if IT has money or if that would fall under, reserve fund. Because it was an unforeseen expense. At least this first.
For this payment.
For this payment, yeah, the next payment.
But
yeah.
I do think for next year, Caesar planned to put it in his budget.
And Caesar's budget's gonna be under Charlie's, so that, like, when Charlie's able to be here, we can go through Caesar's and the IT budget.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree, we might as well just fold it in.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so 17. Line 118 is electricity, small increase of $100 over last year's.
At my dad's house, we've been looking at like the bill from 2 years ago to the bill from now. The price per kilowatt hour went up like a little bit, like 20 or 30%, and then our electricity usage has gone up like 3 times, which is a lot.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
not too much.
Yeah, and it looks like the actual for 18-19 was 29.62, so their request for 2020 or for 21 is 3,100. Any questions about electricity?
Did you get the LED lighting in the COA too?
I
Did they do?
have no idea.
It was just, okay, I don't think you did.
No, I'm not sure.
I think some other departments also got the same kilowatt hours notice, even though I think we're supposed to have some kind of negotiated agreement. Yeah, and then I forget what the resolution that was, but I think everyone's doing the same thing just to be safe and lift and putting a little
Yeah,
extra.
I think Sandy was the one who suggested
Yeah.
it when I met with her.
Alright, so I think that's all your lines, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a separate one for,
Just that and the wages, yeah.
okay. Does anyone else have any other questions for Council on Aging? Alright, so like we've been kind of telling everyone else, we haven't gotten everything filled in on the budget sheets. The schools being the big one, but as that fills in, we'll definitely keep everyone posted if there's any need to bring anyone back in, or like with the newsletter thing, if you want to ask us questions or figure out how to best do something or plan something for the next fiscal year, obviously reach out to us and make an appointment. Or if we have to bring all the department heads in for some reason, we'll reach out to all of you. In the meantime, don't hesitate to be in touch if you have any questions or anything.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Can I ask a question about that? I don't know if anybody knows why the COA has a separate line item for the electricity when the library is just part of our expense budget. Is that like that with all the comments?
Not all of them, but with some of them, and I'm not sure why. That'd probably be a good question for Sandy. Yeah, they're, I know, definitely police and fire, I believe, both have separate lines for electricity. And I don't know.
Because ours is like right in our expense,
As part of it.
as part of our expenses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can make a note to ask next time, or the next time Sandy and or Charlie are both here, because that's probably one of those like institutional history questions. But
That's what I'm thinking, and
someone
it's
made a
just really
decision in 1986.
curiosity
Yeah.
on my part.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have trouble paying the electric.
I think so far. Alright, any other public participation? Anything under as may arise? Alright, I will entertain a motion.
Actually, any tree read on the water meters? No, we're not going to the water.
I think Charlie, we have to get an update from Charlie. I don't know what the latest status is, so that's why I said we just table it. And I don't know what we can do in open forum at this point in the process and what we can't.
Yeah, I think he was looking to give you in executive session kind of a briefing on what's going on with it.
Yeah.
And then back out in regular session of vote.
Yeah, I don't know at this point in it if we can talk about it open forum or not, so. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pass you over, Drew. I know you had some questions about talking about some environmental issues on Raspberry, right?
I just, so I wanted to, just talk about like, for an agenda item, just like, doing, environmental like improvements, like solar panels and things. I know, I think, well, I don't think we have anything like necessarily budgeted for that, but like, I think like you work at the library, right? I don't know your name, sorry. Jean, nice to meet you. I'm Drew. Yeah, I was at the library the other day.
Oh,
Turned
nice.
out a piece of paper. But I know like maybe for example, public buildings like this building or the library. I mean, solar panels on the roof costs X, and then the electricity bill will go down by X or Y or whatever. Yeah, I mean, because I know we're putting them on my dad's house. We're getting them from Florida, and we had them shipped by truck, but you can actually, I think, do it by train. It's CSX is the company, which is probably more than around time.
I think let's put that. So make a mental note to ask Charlie about that next week if they have explored solar options for town buildings. So now we have the solar fields in town, but I don't know if and to what extent they may have looked into it for buildings. But in the meantime too, if you have interest in environmental issues, I don't know if has the solid or the waste management committee met
We
recently?
have not.
Okay.
We should be getting back together.
Okay.
I'll have to check on Sandra. I don't know.
Because I think it's still open. I think it's only one official representative from FinCom, and it's sort of open for participation. But if you're interested in that, that has to do with how the town's going to approach basically trash and recycling moving forward.
Oh, wow.
So if you have an interest in that field, then Fred's already our like official liaison to that committee. But I believe committee membership is open, and that might be something that you could get involved in that might be interesting. We're a bit restricted because we can't serve on other committees or commissions with a few rare exceptions because we advise on budgets, so we can't be on other committees whose budgets we make decisions about. But that's one of the ones where many committees are sending representatives to, so it's a little bit different. So we can talk about that more next week too, and we'll check in with Charlie's the status of that.
Well, we had done a survey,
Yeah.
so I was just waiting to find out what the rest of the distributed.
Okay.
Put it online, so that was the last thing that, yeah, so
Yeah, we'll just keep everybody in the loop, because then if folks have interest in that, then that might be something else that you might find.
Grants for like some of the barrels and stuff. like that.
Oh, cool.
And Drew, I don't know if you noticed today in the building, but and that was a grant, I think, through Green Communities, all the LED lighting, so they replaced all the lights in the building, every single one with all LED lighting.
That's smart.
So that just finished and it's bright and really nice, and
Yes, it
my
definitely is a
electric
plus.
bill went like
Yeah.
down in just a matter of like a few weeks that they've been in. They finished it the end of January, and it's very nice. So other buildings in town got them too, highway but yeah, so that was a step in the right direction. That was very good, very
Nice.
happy with them.
Awesome. Anything else under As May Arise? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:24 p.m.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor?
Uh,
Aye. All right, thank you very much, everybody.